What's going on, beautiful people? Jesse Moon here, and I am joined with my business partner, Alex Tabor. Where are you hailing to us from, Alex?
I am up here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I just arrived back in Oklahoma today because yesterday I was down there with you.
That's it. Did you drive through any tornadoes while you were on your drive back?
Not on the way back. No, when I came down there a few days ago, yeah, I was driving through. I was bobbing and weaving through some twisters.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's now I know why they call it Tornado Alley. I never knew until I moved up to Dallas, and I'm like, what's all the hailstorms and then tornado alerts waking me up? And so now I understand. So,
Yeah, you
I
were
guess
from
people
what,
learn
Corpus
it's right.
Christi?
Corpus Christi, man, it's just a beach. It's a beach town.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, guys. So if you're joining us live, whether you're joining us live or watching the replay, today we're going to talk about some wealth strategies. That's why the title is called "Wealth Strategies Unveiled." We're going to talk about how your money works, how your money grows, how to take back control of your financial future. We're also going to give some tangible, actionable steps that you can take right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year, but right now to help secure your family's financial future and build that solid foundation on a like a firm foundation, not starting with the roof, not starting with the walls, but starting with the foundation to build your empire to transfer from generation to generation. And my friend, you become the Rockefellers. So with that being said, guys, Alex, you mentioned that you drove down here 4.5 hours over the past 72 hours because we were doing something here locally in Frisco, Texas, or should I say McKinney, Texas. What were we doing?
Yeah, so we were having our first live and in-person estate planning seminar. And we went 3 sessions, 2 days. It was amazing.
What was amazing about it?
So the amazing part is one, the turnout. We had a great turnout, mixture of mailers and social media and stuff responding, but just the amount of people that are out there that just don't know this type of information and how exposed they are with all their assets just floating around out there, where anybody could make a claim to them when they passed away, and instead of passing on what they expect to pass on to their family, they may be passing on it to the state government or to somebody else that makes a claim against their assets, and then their family's left just with either 60%, 30%, or not even anything when their loved one passes away.
I'm glad you said that. Is everybody has a plan, and what I mean by that, and I'm going to ask everybody that's watching this a question that you've probably never been asked before, but I want to ask you, what is your current plan? Either you're going to have the government's plan, and what the government, it's when you pass away, the government, all of your assets goes to a government and state probate process. The government, the state is going to dictate where your money goes first and who gets what, and then your family gets the rest. That's the government's plan. It can be avoided. It should be avoided. And the only reason it's not going to be avoided is if you wait till the stars align and say, well, I got to think about it. You got all the information, or you may not have the information now as we're currently speaking, but you're going to watch our video. As soon as we get off of this, you're going to go down a deep dive, the rabbit hole per se, and you're going to watch all the videos, and you're going to gather all the information, and then you're going to have a opportunity to make a decision on if your family needs an estate plan or not. The second type of plan that you go ahead.
Just like you said in the webinar, at the end of each session, you say, guys, this is not like buying a new washer and dryer. This is not like buying new tires for your car. This is not like buying a hot water tank. This is your estate plan. You either know you need one or you have questions about it. You're not going to just go out and find, I wonder what size I want, or I wonder if I want a white one or a black one or a stainless one. Or no, it's, do you want your assets protected and being able to be passed on to your loved ones and your family, or are you okay with it going with the state?
That's it. And if you're not okay with your assets going through the state and having them dictate where your assets go and your financials go, you have to create your own customized plan where you remain in control. You ever heard the old term or a new term, own nothing but control everything? Well, with your customized plan, you're going to bypass the entire probate process, folks. You're going to bypass the probate fees, the executor fees, the attorney fees, the probate fees, and you're going to also bypass the publicity of all of your assets in the local newspaper for 3 weeks. And why I'm saying,
see, I bet a lot of people don't know that. All your assets get listed out there for everybody to see when you pass away.
Yep.
And it's not just a day or two, right? Right, Jesse? How long do they list your assets?
well, 3 weeks, consecutive for 3 weeks. Depending, it's different for each state. I know in Texas it's 3 weeks. And what that listing your assets publicly, because you're a public citizen, folks, it allows anybody to stake a claim on your assets and tie your family up in the probate court system. That's a nasty process, folks. Okay?
Just drains the wealth away.
Yep. Another thing, so check this out. We got an article in our office that says that 3 million people per year go through the probate process. 3 million people, folks. So if you take 3 million and divide it by 50 states, and then you take that number and divide it by 260 working days, the number you're going to get is 230. So think about that. Every day, each state, there's 230 new probate cases opened up. There's another letter we have from article we have from LexisNexis, and it says that average Americans, just like you and I, citizens, just like you and I, we spend right around $2 billion, billion with a B, $2 billion per year in probate fees. Now, get your calculators out. Take 2 billion divided by 50 states, divide that by 260 working days, and the number you're going to get is roughly about $153,000. Now, that means each state every single day is collecting around $153,000 in probate fees. Now, if that's a concern of yours, guys, reach out to us. Let us get you educated so you can now have the knowledge to make a proper, effective decision for your family moving forward. Alex, so they didn't know about that either.
So you're saying every single day, $153,846.15 goes to the state for probate, just for probate alone.
Money, man. Probate fees. Yep.
That is insane.
But most people don't think they need an estate.
That's right. They think, oh, I only have assets and I'm only worth 75,000 or 100,000, or my home's only worth 200,000. I'm not a millionaire. I don't need an estate plan.
It's because they're listening to their freaking financial advisors that say a beneficiary deed is enough. Their banker transfer on POD is enough. It's not enough, folks. It's not enough. In the state of Texas, if you're in Texas, go ahead and look it up. Say, what is the minimum cutoff for probate in your state, whatever state you're watching from? In Texas, if you have $75,000 or more in cash, you're going through probate. If your property, your home is worth more than $100,000, you're going through probate.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching from Oklahoma, it's actually less than that. It's 50,000 in cash and 100,000 in net worth.
Yeah. I don't know anybody's home who is less than 100,000 right now. That means they're going through probate if they're homeowners.
Yeah. And is $50,000, is that a wealthy person?
Nope.
So you don't need to be a wealthy person to make sure that you're protected from probate.
No, it pisses me off, and you guys are probably looking at my face like, what's going on with it, guys? I'm pissed off that everybody is listening to. Our school system teaches us to think, act, and feel a certain way towards things they didn't teach us. They didn't teach us about money. They didn't teach us about how it works, how it grows. They didn't teach us about how to put it to work and compound it and multiply it. They taught us how to add and subtract. Okay, think about that. So we taught to save money in a bank. Well, where do you think the bank's placing their money? You think they're placing it in a CD? You think they're placing it in a money market account or a checking and savings account? Heck no, they're putting it in cash value life insurance, 50% of it, getting 6 to 8% interest per year, and then they're loaning out the other additional in the form of credit cards, auto loans, and mortgages. They're making 15 to 20% interest, paying you 1% interest. So they act on they profit on something called positive arbitrage. So if they're making 20, paying you 1, they have 19% positive arbitrage. But you're putting your money in the bank. Guys, you're being robbed. There's a reason why they give you a sucker. Every time you deposit money in the bank, they give you a sucker. And what's the name of that sucker?
Dumb.
It's a dumb. And I can just visualize somebody sitting in the back of that bank with a video camera laughing as you're walking out the bank, giving you a dumb sucker and you pop it in your mouth. Guys, come on, man. When's the last time you tried to get $5,000 cash out of the bank? They make you fill out a form and say, I'm sorry, sir, we're going to have to order your money. We don't have no cash in the bank. Hold on, that's my money I deposited. I need my money back. No, because as soon as you deposit in the bank, they loan it out within microseconds. It's gone. There's a lot of IOUs in the bank. When's the last time you heard about a bank being robbed?
Back in the wild, wild west days.
Back in the wild, wild west days. Give me a second, Alex. I'm going to take a phone call real quick.
No problem. So, guys, as he was mentioning before, whenever you hear about, well, what do the banks do with your money? You don't have to take our word for it. Do the research yourself. There's a website you can go to, okay? And you can't buy anything off this website. It just tells you what they actually do with your money and where it goes. There's a website called bolicoli.com, BOLICOLI.com. What Jesse was explaining with what the banks do with your money, there it is. What Jesse was explaining with what the banks do with your money, big corporations do it too. GE, Whirlpool, McDonald's, Amazon. You can look up their proxy reports. Jesse's a lot better going into the details of the proxy reports than I am, but you can look up their proxy reports, and they do this kind of stuff for their C-suite executives. That's what corporate-owned life insurance is, but the banks do it as well. Bolicoli.com, that gives you a start, but you can actually do a deep dive on this thing too, and you can go to usbanklocations.com. When you go to usbanklocations.com, you come down here and say banks ranked by total assets. You look at the banks ranked by total assets. You come over here, go to US Bank rankings, and then you come down here and they hide this stuff. They don't make it bold and easy enough for you to find, okay? The banks don't want you to know where they put your money to work for them. But you see here, it says life insurance assets, not in bold either. So unless you're looking for it, you really don't know what you're looking for. You'll see Bank of America currently holds 24.2 billion with a B in life insurance. And there's a reason for that. So if it's good enough for the banks to do it, guys, why not learn how to cut these guys out as the middleman and be able to do it yourself?
I agree. It's great. It's crazy what, they teach us in our school system how to become a slave, a modern day slavery by them controlling everything. And that's what ultimately everybody wants. You guys want to own nothing but control everything. Even when you pass away, that's why we set up trust for our clients, is because they want to control everything even when they pass away. They worked hard for those assets. They want to make sure that it's spent well. Warren Buffett says that he or she that controls your money controls you in the decisions that you make in your life. So think about that. Go to school, get a job, work for 40 hours per week for 40 years for 40% retirement, put your money in a checking savings account. When you get a job, they say, hey, if you want to save for retirement, we'll put your money in a 401k. Most people don't know anything about it. Warren Buffett also said, never invest in something you know nothing about. My question to you is, how much do you know
like a
about
smart guy.
Guys, I can't believe I got people. I'm like, so when we sit with our clients, we're saying, so where are you currently saving money? 401k, IRA, a thrift savings plan, a shoebox. I got a 401k. Cool. How much are you saving? I don't know. How do you not know dollar amount, penny amount, how much you're actually saving towards your financial future? Because
And
they
people
told us
like that. People like that. You ask them what they like about their 401k. They say, oh, it just comes out of my check and it just goes in there. Yeah, but you don't even know how much is coming out each month.
So when you ask them what their retirement plan is, here's their retirement plan. They're blindfolded. They cross their fingers. They get down on their knees and they hope and they wish and they pray that there's enough money in there when they go to retire. And right now, the average retirement balance in a 401k at 65 years old is less than $85,000.
Oh my God.
I don't know about you, but I don't. And then there's a 4% rule. There's a safe withdrawal rate.
Is it even 4% really anymore though?
It's 2.6% right now, but I'm going to stick with, I'm not going to do a deep dive into the 2.6%. But it's 4% safe withdrawal rate. If you have $100,000 in your 401k at retirement and you can only safely withdraw 4% to ensure you have a 90% probability of not running out of money too soon, guess what that breaks down to? $297 per month. What type of golden years are you living on $297 per month? You're not. The government made this whole financial plan for you to have to depend upon them for your livelihood. Remember, he or she that controls your money controls you and the decisions that you make in your life.
And that's
And if
why
that
you're
doesn't
whole
piss you off,
into this whole school system. I mean, that's, you said it with Warren Buffett's quote there. And we teach people when we sit with them the 3 different ways money grows. And when you look at the 3 different ways that money can grow and work for you, there's 3 entities in there that don't want you to know how to control your money. That's the banking industry, Wall Street, and the government. Do you think either of those 3 want you to know how to take control back of your money?
you know, here's the craziest thing, and then I'm going to hop off here. I don't want to, hop on a soapbox, but I want to help educate people. I want to help give people back the power to make decisions and be able to transfer wealth and assets to their family for future generations. But don't know if she's watching or not, and I'm not going to say any names, but it's just a current situation I recently had where a young lady reached out to me. I probably met with her and her husband probably 5 to 6 times, and we were talking about their money. They had a good sum of money, but they kept talking to their financial advisor. And their financial advisor told them because of their age, they're in their early 60s, because of their age, that they shouldn't move or transfer any money. They need to keep it in the brokerage account. So they decided to stay with the same financial advisor that's putting them in a product where they're going to have to pay the highest amount of taxes at 32% right now. And since their income is going to be, since they're a married couple, and their income is going to be more than $44,000. Now their Social Security income is going to be taxed 85%. And that's not fair, because we've been told to look at financial advisors and trust them, but their fiduciary responsibility, not all of them are ethical. All of them want to fatten their pockets with their commission that they're making on that 1% to 2% that they're charging for these high net worth clients. Guys, I'm telling you, be very wary about who you follow and who you listen to, especially in the world of social media, because there's so many people. One person can say this, one person can say this, one person can say this, and now you're like, I don't know who to believe. Guys, find 1 or 2 people that you can trust, that you can rock with, that you know that they're ethical, that you know that they're doing this for the right cause. I'm going to say I gave up a 16-year military career because I was tired of fighting the physical war battle overseas, and I said, there's a poverty war going on here in America. I'm going to come and educate the masses. I'm going to be that beacon of hope. I'm going to be that pillar for a better tomorrow, and we're going to go out here and we're going to create titans in the industry, and we're going to give the power back to the freaking people. And then on that note, we're going to recruit, we're going to train, we're going to develop people that want to be titans, that's committed to a life of significance, not just a life of success. And that's how we attracted you, Alex. And guys,
well, not only that, but it's the value.
Turn red, Alex. I got to simmer down a little bit.
Take a break, take a breather. But it's the values and principles that attracted me, Coach. Not only was your mission, your personal mission, to educate people and actually teach licensed agents actually how to use their license, because there's so many, agents as so-called agents out there that are pushing, term policies or buy term, invest in difference, or whole life policy. And not every policy is right for that potential client's needs, that potential client's goals. That's the first thing you taught us, is when we sit with our clients, is what brings us here today? What's your goals? What's your mission? What is the purpose of this policy? Is it protection? Is it legacy? Is it wealth building? What is it? Because not every policy is right for the person.
It's not a one size fits all. It's like, what are you solving for? And I want to help you get there. I want to educate you, share the different possible strategies, and then you're going to pick the best strategy that you feel is going to be a best fit for you. So, but just remember this, guys. Legacy Army Financial Group, that's our company, that's our business. We want to help you build a solid, comprehensive retirement plan. So we're going to find out your needs, your goals, your wishes, your desires. We're going to look at your money coming in, money going out. How do you want to leave this as a legacy? And then we're going to create a comprehensive retirement plan. It could be a mixture of term insurance, whole life insurance, IUL insurance, annuities, trust and estate plan. It could be some assets under management, a brokerage account. It's up to you.
On that note, I mean, it's not like we're here to take business away and put it all in one basket either, Coach. I mean, that's one thing you taught us, is We're not here to compete with your financial advisor. If you've got somebody you're working with and that's your family person that's your go-to, we're not here to compete against them. We're here to work hand in hand with them, because we can do things that they can't do, but they can do things that we can't do. You want a diversified portfolio. That way you can get the best of every situation, but we can protect and preserve what you don't want to lose first and foremost, and still be able to capture the growth at the same time and provide better tax benefits for you.
That's it. Well, that being said, guys, we're going to call this a night. First and foremost, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time on a Thursday evening. It's 10:21 right now to come and hang out with us a little bit, learn a little bit more about how money works, how money grows, how to take back a little bit of control. And Alex, thanks for hopping on here with me, brother.
I appreciate the time. Always an honor and a pleasure.
That's it. You have a blessed evening.
You as well.